Hello, you hardcores. We're joined by James. How you doing, James?
I'm all right, mate. I was just making a quick detour to the other chair because I've got flowery wallpaper. You don't want to see that.
Oh God, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, mate? Been a
Fantastic.
while.
Yeah, what you make at fight week in Saudi?
Well, this is the reason for our meet up, isn't it? Because I sent you a message before. I was watching that Sky press conference. Now, I wasn't sure. I think the press conference is finished, but they're having a loving about the Ring magazine, and I find it sickening. It was just nauseating. Everyone was kissing each other's arse, and everyone loves Turkey Al Sheikh, and Adi Oladipo going on about everyone being a legend.
They were
Then,
hammering Ring magazine, weren't they, Eddie and them last year? Because when Oscar De La Hoya owned it, now it's best thing since sliced bread, isn't it?
well, yeah, of course, because who's paying the wages? You know
Yeah,
what I mean? They're old nans with him, so they're not gonna slag him off, are they? He stops the flow of money, and that's it.
yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? What power he's got over these people. I mean, I noticed that Bricktop is digging Carl Froch out because he's been critical about the Saudi regime. But if you back up 5 years, Bricktop were critical about it, wasn't he? Just like he was Stubbub. And when once Stubbub come running to him, and once the doors open for Saudi, Bricktop forgot his interviews, didn't he? Do you remember when
Yeah,
that, who is it, MP from Islington asked questions in House of Commons?
yeah.
Stubbub.
It's
18 months
yeah,
later, he was stuck up Stubbub's arse, wasn't he, Bricktop?
yeah. It was. It's funny what money does, isn't it? Russ, it's pretty disgusting. I mean, that's why I love the sport and hate the sport in equal measure because money's bringing us the big fights, but then you're just looking at supposed grown men just fawning over another grown man. It's
But
just a
like
bit,
AD Alapido and the Gad.
yeah, pretty much. Well, look at the gad the other week as well when Carl Froch sort of put it on him. Suddenly he was backtracking a little bit, and
He was
you
rolling
know,
around on sand on his back like a seal. But I thought he was supposed to be this fourth Dan black belt.
I know I wouldn't mess with him, would you? You want to look at his hard
I
drive,
see
mate.
the guy at a show and he gets in my face. You know what will happen, don't you? But I'll have him in a Boston stranglehold. I'm going to pluck his hair. That's my party piece. If I get him in an headlock, I'll pluck it out like a Buxton chicken arcade. I'll pluck the lot out, leave his head like Bruce Willis's in Die Hard.
I hope so.
Uh, okay, Tyson Fury. They've all been waxing lyrical about his skill set today. The guard, AD Alapido, Judge Jordan, Jug Ears Oliver, Bricktop, Big Shane Fury's even piped up saying he's rewatched Usyk Fury again, and he's got Tyson winning by a round. They're out. They are out of control, aren't they? But best thing about it is the interviewers, when they're interviewing them and they're coming out with things like this, they don't come back with anything else, do they? The interviewer.
No,
It's
no.
absolute pony macaroni. I can't believe it. We've got a man here that won 3 rounds and had a share of one and clearly lost 8.5 rounds. One of them a 10-8. So, go tell me.
What's slightly worrying is that Turkey was fanboying him the other week and saying how much he loved Tyson Fury, wasn't it? It was a bit disrespectful to Usyk, very disrespectful, in fact. So that sort of makes my ears prick up because I'm thinking, I'm hoping everything's above board. At the end of the day, there's only the one paymaster, but we're having that, and then we've got the talk of, oh, there's going to be AI scoring. Um, so the AI scoring could then be a scapegoat for some dodgy judging if that
You mean
happens.
AI scoring? What's that?
Well, they're talking about. I don't know if it's going to be an official sort of measure of scoring, but having like artificial intelligence score the fight.
What?
Yeah, have you not seen that, Russ? That's been in the news this week. He
I
was
try and
talking
stay
about
away from
trialing it.
that. I try and stay away from that AI stuff because I've been told it's all a bit dodgy. I mean, I've
Well,
had
it
an
is, isn't it?
email, right? I don't know if are you a YouTuber? You're not a YouTuber, are you?
No, well, I watch YouTube a lot, but
I've
yeah,
had
I'm
an
not actually a
email.
YouTuber.
I've had an email and it says, will I give them? I'll send you a screenshot. Will I give uh, YouTube permission to let people use my material to practice on it for AI? So I was speaking to somebody about it yesterday, and she said, "No, don't let them do it. Don't let them do
No.
it." And I'm starting to wonder what's going on here. But
Well, what
everybody,
is it?
they're saying everybody who's refusing, they're not going to get the videos pushed, behind the scenes. So people are saying, yeah, yeah, no probs, no problem. Anyway, I've said, no, I've dismissed it.
I don't blame you because
Don't
that's
get,
what this channel's about, keeping it real. You don't want to kowtow or whatever they call it to pressure, do you? What are you getting out of it if you do help them other
no,
than,
you think that you've got to do it or they won't push your videos. They've got you over a barrel. So I just said, no, I'm not doing it.
yeah, I don't blame you. Don't blame you.
It says click it or dismiss it. And I dismissed it because this is how I look at it, right? They're trying to get control over everything now, aren't they?
Hmm.
There's something going on with these tech companies. Something's not, doesn't seem right. I don't know, but hey ho. Uh, so what can the Gypsy King do that he didn't do 7 months ago? I mean, this guy can like turn it on and off. He's got that many styles and blah blah blah. He's a defensive genius. He's more than double digits now in it for hitting deck as a pro.
Yeah, nine. I
Oh,
think it's nine.
is it 9 or 10?
I think it's nine.
Well, that's more than David Price in it, and he's supposed
Yep.
to have the jaw like a chandelier.
Yep.
So I mean, he's probably had less fights than Fury or about the same. I don't really know where Simon Jordan, the Gad, and AD Alapido. I don't know where they're coming from with this defensive genius nonsense. They're talking like he's Money Mayweather or Pernell.
Well, I think that, yeah, but they've got to kiss his ass because there's still another big money fight in the bank, isn't there? They're trying to force down our throats. There's still the Joshua fight.
Trilogy.
It doesn't matter. It's what? Sorry, say again.
Trilogy.
Do I think it's legit? Did you say? Sorry.
No, that's James. Are you fucking
Oh,
listening to me? I said the trilogy.
oh, the trilogy. Yeah, oh, yeah. Well, no, no, no. I was talking about Joshua. That's what they're
All
trying to
right.
ram down our throat. And we're told every other day that we want the fight. When we don't, why do you want to watch two losers? Because I think that's what's going to happen. I fancy Usyk to stop him this time round. So really, why do I want to watch two losers contest nothing? It's only helping them. It's not helping me. It's not helping my love of the sport, is it?
Well,
So
James, this is how I look at it, if I can speak.
go on.
How I look at it, mate. Fury, right? And Usyk, they're fighting second time in a couple of days, right? We ain't even seen second, and they've already got third one signed up. What's going on here? What's
Yep.
going on here? Does it look like they're already going to give Fury this win on points, and then they'll have a decider? Well, what's going on here? I mean, if Fury gets bladdered, there isn't a third one, is there? So why are they putting pressure on everybody surrounding it? Because everybody participating in it, who's an official, is going to think, here, I fancy coming back here for the third one. Because it'll just be human nature. We're creatures of habit, aren't we, humans?
Hmm.
And it's been going on far too long, this. And I just think the fix might be in here.
Yep, I agree with you. And that's why I'm concerned about all this AI judging and the fact that Turki Al-Sheikh should remain impartial, but he's been slapping Tyson Fury's back this week. Stay out of it, appreciate your input, but at the same time, pay your money and watch quietly from the sidelines. I'm not interested in what you got to say.
Yeah, I agree,
Hmm.
mate. I agree 100%. I
Yep.
absolutely agree with you, mate. I'm just starting to wonder now if this Turkey guy's good for boxing. I mean, what he's doing is buying people, and if you're going against it, like the Cobra went against him, didn't it? Didn't he?
Hmm.
Froch. What have they done? They've flown Froch out there, haven't they, and butted him up. So he's been
There you
shut
go.
down now, hasn't he? So my channel's flying solo now, isn't it? Because the Cobra's not going to want to upset the apple cart out there like he did, is he?
No, he's
Now that he's
not.
now that he's bending over and being greased.
He's wearing a suit.
Cobra,
He looks quite.
Cobra, be honest, you've been greased. Uh,
See what he says.
well, that's how I look at it, mate. You won't get me out there, right? 'Cause
No.
I'm back with one arm or something. Seriously, I want to see the Cobra get bricked up on his channel because they can't stand each other.
No, no, it won't happen though, will it?
Well, he's been sticking it to. He sticks it to Cole. What these YouTubers do, they give Carl's name, mention Carl's name, don't they, to Bricktopper, and they get him all revved up, don't they? You can see hot veins on his neck, the dint in his head popping out. You could get a bag of marbles in that hole on his head, couldn't you? Feel like
Good,
playing
good. Yeah.
marbles on his old dint head.
I know.
But all right, Usyk, he can adapt to any style, can't he? He
Yep.
doesn't really look flustered by all this mind games. I mean, Fury's say in 2 days he said he's 17 stone, 21 stone, and then the Gad said he's coming in at 19. Who cares? He looks light to me. That's why he's got that beard. To me, he looks very light. I'd say about 18 and a half. But we're going to see, aren't we? We're going to see. But why would he say he's coming in at 21? Does he think Usyk's all of a sudden going to go out and eat a couple of full chickens and put some beef on in the next few days?
Yeah.
I think Usyk's stupid. He knows what weight he's comfortable at. His weight never fluctuates, does it?
Well, the beauty of Usyk is he's not even really comfortable at heavyweight, and he's still doing everyone. He said that, and he has to eat to get up to the weight. I think what Usyk wants to do is get this fight out of the way, and then maybe move down to cruiserweight if he wants to carry on fighting. I'm there for that. But no, I don't know why Fury's trying all these mind games because it's redundant, isn't it? And I think it helps that Usyk can't really speak English. I mean, he's doing better, but you can't really say it gets lost in translation, doesn't it? He just needs to shut up and fight Fury. I'm not interested.
Yeah, I don't think people want to hear all this nonsense fight. We just want the fight on now, don't we? It's just the same old faces licking male arsehole flaps. Well, that's what
Hmm.
it is. It's the same old characters, isn't it? Batting off the same old questions. I've just seen one interview. I put it on that Sam Jones, and he said to him, "Sam, what about the comments that you made about Daniel Dubois being a quitter and that?" Sam Jones, you stuttering piece of shit. Have
Mm.
you seen him stuttering?
Yeah, I saw him last week with that Adam Catterall, and Adam Catterall put it on him, to be honest. And that was about Joshua and Fury, just saying, look, why do we want to see this? He doesn't deserve it. He
Well,
got
he come
beaten his
out
last
with that
fight.
Sam Jones. He come out with, well, how with Joe Joyce and blah blah blah, and he quit and all this. Yeah, but you're not saying that now, are you? You're not saying he quit now, Sam, are you? Hey, backtracking because you've had it put on you because you're out
Hmm.
there and you got your tongue in door, haven't you? You got your tongue up there. Do you know what I mean? Up the old G spot. That's
It's
what's
hard to.
the backtrack. Instead of just saying, like I said, well, I thought you quit. I thought you quit like Victor Ortiz did against Maidana, didn't he?
Hmm.
I said, I thought you quit. That's what I'd say. If you didn't and you're back and you're champ, even though you got it by email, then belts, WBA, and he got the other one, IBF by email. It doesn't matter. I'd say I thought you quit, you big stiff.
Mm.
Speaking of big stiffs, they've got Pool left now as a world champion. Eddie's running around saying Joshua's now got 6 wins over champions and not 5 because Pool left's a WBA regular.
Oh, bloody hell. I saw Klitschko tonight. I'd fancy Klitschko to still do the job on Pulev. He still looks like he's in shape. I mean, I'm not
Talking
interested in the.
Klitschko against Pool if you're having a laugh.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me. If it was for a WBA, would it surprise you? How
No.
long was that? Who was it? Quendo, who was the WBA for God knows how long, and he didn't even fight. They just make it up
Oh,
as they
Dick
go
Don
along.
King have it. Don King had some dossel with that belt, didn't he? And Dave Allen were going to fight him, wasn't he?
Yeah, Trevor Bryan was that.
Yeah. Speaking of Dave Allen, he's doing videos every day, having the time of his life out there at Butlins in Saudi. And we're going to see some of the Rhino actually throw some punches, or he's just going to walk forward, taking leather, and then put more videos out to give us some more flannel about, oh, I'm coming back, I'm going to be stronger, faster, quicker. I'm taking it serious now, fans. What's next for the White Rhino, James?
What I think's next is he's giving mixed messages because he was talking a good game on one of the videos I saw. He's like,
Now
oh, when
he's
I'm
going
still,
to do his best, isn't he?
yeah, well, he's saying like when I'm still standing there after 4 rounds, he's for it and all this. But then the other week, it might have been on his own channel. He was turning around and going, "I'll give him my best shot, and I'll know whether I've got it or not." That's not the sort of talk that you want if you're going into a big fight, is it? You need to be confident. So I think Johnny Fisher stops him personally. He's not. His head's not in it.
Listen, do you know we've
Um,
got people like Eddie Hills, the 6-0 Iceman from Billericay, four by way of Hills. When you've got Eddie Hills and Bricktop, old Dinted, and the Gad, and Jug Ears Oliver and Simon Jordan coming out with stuff like, well, it's heavyweight boxing. One punch can change the course of the fight. When they're saying shit, utter poo like that, you know that Dave Allen's just there to get knocked over, don't you?
yeah, well, I think that anyway. I think you can't be saying different things on different channels. You've got to come in if you're supremely confident. You can't turn around and go, oh, yeah, well, maybe I'll just give it my best shot. No, you're not in it to win second prize, Dave. You know what I mean? You're going to get your head smashed in.
Yeah, I
So
agree, James. I
he's
agree.
going to get beat.
What about Moses Atome? What do you think to him? He's not been hit yet on button, has he?
No, but I like him. He's got that sort of. He's actually turned around and when that Dempsey McKean sort of said to him, you're not fault anyone, he just turned around and he went, well, I've not, you're right, but I'm going to go in there and do what I need to do. I like it. He doesn't seem too starry eyed. He's a man on a mission. And we all like a good southpaw, don't we, Russ? So,
Yeah,
I want to see him go in there. And I'm not that asked about the record. I'd like to see him brought along properly. And then we can have a champion we can be proud of again. Because not interested in Joshua or Fury anymore. Fury's an embarrassment anyway, isn't he? So,
she was shot to shit.
yep.
Now, I don't know if you watched that video I put out overnight. I went through the top 25 in world boxing. You could,
I saw bits. I've
yeah,
seen bits, yeah.
yeah. Did you agree with what I said?
Well, like I say, I've not seen too much, but I normally do agree with what you say, Russ, to be fair. We're very much on the same page, aren't we? That's why I'm sat here now.
Lawrence
Because
Coley, what about him? What do you think to his last fight?
well, it wasn't really a fight, was it?
Well,
Again, it's all optic. It's all optics. I think he come in looking too heavy. I don't think he needs to be carrying all that timber.
he weighed for his
But
last fight, though.
he was like 260 something, wasn't
Yeah, but £40 of that'll be cock, won't it?
he? You think he's the new Johnny Nelson, dear?
I don't know. You would have
Huh?
thought so, wouldn't you? Is where's all that weight come from all of a sudden?
Burgers. He used to work in Mackey's, didn't he?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'm not. It's hard to judge, really. It was against the no mark. The guy didn't really hit him back. We'll see. Get him in with Dillian White next. I'm not saying Dillian White will provide a lot of stiff competition, but he'll do more than that bloke did in the last fight. And if he's serious, he can put Dillian White out of his misery because he's another one who just needs to stop.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think that Lawrence Okoli will go all way actually. Two-weight world champion, cruiserweight, bridgerweight. I think he'll go all right. I don't know if 260 is going to be a lot for him because he's gone from like £200 in a short period to 260, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Surely that's
I
going
mean,
to well, what is it? 4 stone, that isn't it? Just have a 4 stone.
yeah, something like that. I mean, you can rest assured that he's going to come in fit if he's with Joe Gallagher. That's one thing Joe Gallagher has got going for him. I don't think he'll risk him getting in the ring sort of not match fit, if you know what I mean. So he'll give it his best.
Yeah, he will. He will. What do you think to this Dennis McCann situation, James?
He's a cheat, isn't he?
Well, I
I
mean,
mean,
this is how I look at it, right? I'm not giving it any airtime for a simple reason, James. I've just wasted 2.5 years on my life on the Conor Ben situation, and they've just given him his license back, haven't they, after failing 2 dope tests? So Dennis
Yeah,
McCann's failed one. So he's obviously going to take his situation with his lawyers the same route as the Conor Ben one, aren't they, and grind them down? You know, the testing agencies. What do you think?
yeah, yeah. Well, the only thing I would say is, did Dennis McCann have a famous fighting father? You know, I
Terry
think that's one. Terry McCann, yeah, exactly. Yeah, he could be so good for you. um, no, I mean that's the one thing Conor Ben did have going for him because it certainly wasn't real in-ring talent, was it? Do you know what I mean? He's pony when you take the eggs away from him. But he's got Bricktop behind him, and it depends how much Frank Warren actually wants to back Dennis McCann. He was talking a good game last week and saying let's wait for the B sample, but the B sample never sort of materialises, does it? So I'll keep an eye on the situation. I won't comment on it yet. But for to say the man's a cheat at the moment because we don't know any different.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, mate. I absolutely see where you're coming from, but it's another stain on the sport, isn't it? Another fighter, another Brit testing
Yep,
positive.
yep. Was looking forward to that fight as well, to be honest.
Were you?
Yeah, it would have been a good little test. It's not. Yeah, I mean it's a very domestic sort of test, but still, it's better than it's better than the fighter that Lawrence Okoli was in with the other night, wasn't it? More level playing field. So it's a shame, really. But I've got no time for drug cheats. It doesn't matter how good you look. At the end of the day, you're in a profession of violence. You don't need enhancements. You could kill someone. So
I want to see Dillian White, the can man. Anybody who wants it can get it as long as they're over 50 with COVID. I want to see Dillian White, the can man, against Lawrence Okoli. That's what I want to see because they don't get
yeah,
on. And I think that's a good fight. He could take
yeah,
clean out him if he wants Lawrence.
yeah. It's a good barometer, isn't it, as to where he is?
Well,
Because I don't think it would.
White, really. I mean, is Dylan White serving a ban?
Well, British ban, you could argue. Yeah, where was that? Where was that last fight? It was in the not the Maldives, was it? Where was it? Gibraltar? No,
Gibraltar.
Gibraltar. Gibraltar. Yeah. Why did I say the Maldives? Geography is not my strong point, is it? That's why I ended up north. Yeah, I mean, he could be. Like, it doesn't exactly get published, does it, if someone's on a silent ban? But nobody's slapping his back, though, are they? Nobody's really looking out for Dillian White because he's not exactly played the game with all the promoters. So if he is serving a ban, like, who's looking after his interests? How did he manage to get a fight?
Yeah, yeah, I see where you're coming from. I see where you're coming from. Joe Gallagher's role out there. He seems to be well in with Triple T, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He does. I think they're all involved with that Spencer, aren't they? The Gold Star. I think if you're in with him, because everybody's kissing Tyson Fury's ass, I think like he's a direct channel to absolutely everyone, isn't he? But he's put the work in, Joe. He's not always been my cup of tea. Like I don't know, I found him a bit sort of abrupt and stuff like that. But you can't you can't fault his hard work and his work ethic. Do you know what I mean? And he's very much a man for his fighters. Reminds me of Billy Nelson in that respect. He'll die for you if you're working with him. So respect to him. He deserves what he gets. And it's nice to see these trainers who are not like the flavour of the month, if you know what I mean, getting good opportunities like that. Because, the Ben Davidsons of the world don't really deserve it, do they?
Well, he's draining everybody now, isn't he? Ben Davidson, Moses Atome, Fabio Wardley, Anthony Joshua.
Yep.
So it's Tony Bellew's just piped up. Every time you see him, he's sucking Usyk's cock, isn't he, in an interview?
He has been for years. He has been
He
for
doesn't
years.
do
He
that
loved him.
about Adonis Stevenson, doesn't he? He put him to keep, didn't he? But he cut. Or Nathan Cleverly, he knocked him about, but he keeps going.
Yeah.
noshing off Usyk, doesn't he? Like he's proud. He reminds me of Joe Egan, running around saying, I got battered by Lennox, battered by Mike. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
reminds me of him, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I don't think Bellend wants to acknowledge Adonis Stevenson because do you remember he was going around for ages when he going, "Oh, I'd never quit. I'd go out on my shield." I'm sure he quit against Stevenson. I don't even like using that term, but Tony Bellew's such an endearing character. I don't mind winding him up. To be honest, yeah, he quit against Adonis Stevenson, so he won't mention it. He's not going to give him props, is he? Because he wants to erase it from everybody's collective consciousness.
Yeah, it's but Tony said he's got Usyk to beat Fury again. Said Fury were lucky in first one. I
Yeah.
thought Fury were very lucky in that round. I thought the referee saved him, mate. Did you? And then gave him a
Yeah.
count instead of stopping it.
Well, the ropes saved him as well. If the ropes weren't there, he would have ended up in Rose Ed, wouldn't he? So
A bit like the Otto Walk one, isn't it? Really though, you got lucky in that one, didn't you? But you can ride your luck. That in these tight fights, eventually you get found out. That's how I look at it.
yeah. Do you think he wants it, Tyson Fury, or do
No,
you
no, I
think it
don't.
is?
I think he's just there to take a payday up me, and he'll keep taking paydays. He's a brass, right? Let's have this. No ifs or buts. Tyson Fury, his father, Big John, and that Tommy, his stepbrother, all three of them are brassers. They all get it. The media, they
Yeah.
get it. They get
Yep.
been around them. I know how they carry on. They get it. This media thing. They know how to manipulate it. Well, they're good liars, aren't they? Confidence,
Hmm.
aren't they? Confidence.
Are they good liars though? Because we see right
Oh,
through them.
everybody's seen through them, aren't they? But the
Mm.
casuals don't see through them. They buy in. They buy the pay-per-views, don't they? Everybody, and
Yep.
the promoters and the TV people, they know they're full of shit, but they need them, don't they? They need
And the mental health story as
They
well.
need them, don't they? They need them. It's a need to know basis. The Furies need Dazone and Turkey Al Sheikh and Eddie Earn and Bricktop, but they need them as well. They all need
Yeah.
each other. It's a needy relationship. See where I'm coming from?
Marriage of convenience for us.
Then if you had any balls about you and a bit of pride, you say, I don't want him, I don't want him, and I don't want to work with him. You're not working with none of them, will you? Because they haven't got skeletons in closet, mate. They've got graveyards.
Yeah, of course I have. I do think Turkey was probably instrumental in John not being there this time. You
He'll
know, they're
be
talking
there.
about.
Listen. He'll rock up at some point. He can't help himself, can he? Listen, they're good to
No.
opening of an envelope. That lot. If Tommy Fury has a shit, he puts it on Instagram, doesn't he? And then other people pipe up and they talk about length of his shit.
I know, yeah.
That's what.
Gets
That's
paid for it.
where we're at now. Did you see that one other day? Somebody sent me. Tommy Fury's taking boxing serious. They sent me a picture of tuna, brown rice, and salad they were eating. He probably just took that picture, put it out there, pushed it to one side, and ate a fucking burger from KFC, a Zinger burger.
He doesn't need to try, does he? He's already got the bag. And
No,
all he needs to do is say Jake Paul's name, and he's made 20 million quid. So
no. Do you think Pop Bang will get a fight with Logan Paul?
I hope not.
Could
It's
you
just a
imagine it?
joke.
Pop Bang pushing 60 in May, getting it ring against a guy 20 odd. Is this where we're at now?
Apparently so, Russ. I want to see John Fury in with Daniel Dubois.
I want to see John Fury in with Darren Till. I want to see
Oh
Darren
yeah,
Till put him on Button Moon.
Francis Ngannou. Yeah,
Yeah, you won't put it past Big John calling him out just for
I know.
payday, mate. It's absolute pony.
He's a bully, and you know Darren Till's an absolute lunatic.
Yeah, I
But
hope Darren Till fills them all in because he's not bothered, is he? I'm Team Darren Till, me. I like him.
I am. After that, I like him as well. And he was right in what he said. You know, you rock up, you try and bully everyone. You can't bully me, and now you're crying about it. So fuck him.
That's only what I'd have said if I were there, sat at that press. I'd have grabbed that mic and I'd have put it on him. Big John. I'd
Yeah,
have told him what he was. What's he going to do? What's he going to do him? He's been going to do this and going to do that since he got out 10 years ago. What has he done? What
nothing.
has he done except shout and bawl and tell fantasy stories about 100 and 0 on hard road, 100 grand fights for cash? But right back
and he
round
can't remember them.
tally, but don't remember who with. The man
Yeah,
is a walking contradiction.
he is. And he
Oh,
wants to get off my TV.
he
Not said
does.
that tonight.
Right, well, we'll finish off on this then, James. Who you
Yeah.
got, Fury or Usyk?
Usyk, and my head after that last performance, I can see Usyk stopping him late. You know.
I'm going to
Yeah, I
go
think
Usyk early. I'm going to go Usyk in the first 3 rounds, stoppage. I am.
that'd be beautiful.
Usyk in under 3, Porky's 50 quid bullseye at Mark Jarvis bets. And
I
then
might go for that.
I'm going to go for it. I just fancy something a bit off key. You know, what I mean, I always try to make my bets interesting.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Well, listen, James, thanks for coming on. Don't forget, if you do most views this month, you'll get the 100 quid. All
Cheers,
right.
mate. Pleasure. Nice to
All
see you,
right.
Russ.
All
Take
the
care,
best.
everyone. Have a lovely
Speak to you
Christmas.
again. I'll speak to you again
Yeah.
after the weekend.
Bye, mate. Bye bye.
Thanks, James. Bye.
I'm gonna go off and Harry.
Well, that was James from, I think he's an Essex kid, lives in Lancashire. Good luck to him. He's all right. He's got a good boxing brain on him. Got more rabbit than Sainsbury's, though. That's about it, really. Okie dokie. Thanks for liking and subscribing. And leaving a comment. And thank you for sharing our videos as well. Booyaka.